My name is Lloyd. I'm 56. I first found Dr. Sunday in 2000 before he was a chiropractor, back when he was a body worker. And even then I knew that he was very talented and he was always pursuing developing his skills and building his repertoire. And then he told me one day he was going to become a chiropractor. And I stayed working with him while he was in school. And then shortly after he became a chiropractor, I began seeing him as a patient. I found that his technique really worked well with my body. It's very rigorous and very thorough and gentle, which is what my body needed. With another chiropractor who I really loved working with, I wouldn't hold my adjustments because of the technique. It was just too rough on my body, and his approach worked for me. And even then, even now, he continues to build his repertoire. I know that he's pursuing all sorts of new skills, and I really appreciate it. And I also appreciate the time that he takes with me when I see him in session. Well, the few times a year, something happens where I could be at the sink or in the shower, and my sacrum, my core muscles, the psoas, something is angry and whacks everything out, and I have a rotated sacrum, and I am slanted, and I am walking around gingerly, and getting up and getting down, sitting is very painful. And so I go to see Dr. Sunday, and last time I saw him, my right leg was 3 inches shorter than my left leg. And through, a very systemic approach, working through different, structural, emotional aspects of things, we work to clear things, open things up, allow the healing to take place. Things move pretty quickly after that. I walk in barely able to get around, and within a few days I'm mobile and pretty much back to normal. And like I said, it doesn't happen, it happens a few times a year, but it's I'm very grateful that he's there, and I see him throughout the year just to stay in good shape, and to prevent those kinds of things from happening as much as possible. I recommend him to everybody. I really do. Somebody talks about their knees, I send them to him. Wrists, elbows, backs, necks, because he works on all parts, and I know he really focuses on knees. So extremities, he's adjusted my extremities, my hands, my fingers, my thumbs. Where I feel it on the thumb, but it's somewhere else is what needs adjusting. But that's what I love about him. He knows what to do. He's, he explains things in a way that makes it easy for someone who isn't an expert in this to understand what's going on, and I appreciate that. Because if I understand what's going on, then hopefully I can do some things that can help to prevent it and to kind of, keep myself in better shape. Yes, I really believe in referrals and networks, and if there were other doctors who had the kind of training and approach and attitude that he does, I think this would be a much better, we'd be a healthier country. I know that because I've spoken to him, he talks about the teachers he's trained with, the other doctors, and how they've inspired him, and I could see that he's somebody who, I think takes, he really views knowledge as important, not only taking it on but sharing it, and so I think he'd be a great instructor. It makes me feel very secure because it's just, I know that I've also, talked to him about things I can do in the meantime just to kind of get through the period until I see him, what I need to do and take care of myself, and that, he makes himself available, and I really appreciate that.